Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome. My name is Jeffrey Jean, and it's a pleasure to be with you tonight at Alien Nation. I haven't been in Alien Nation for, oh my God, Danny, how long? Like 2 years or something. I'm glad to see it's still going strong. All right. Excellent. I'm going to show you something kind of interesting right now. I've got a little something I picked up while I was over in India. Nothing in my hands but a piece of rope. This is an ordinary piece of rope, just like the kind you can find at any magic shop. Now watch, everyone knows the rope has two parts. It has a center and it has the ends. The center is just about in the middle, opposite the ends. What you do to warm up is take the ends, twist them around just like it's not really tied in a knot. If you rub on the ends, it makes them very soft, which makes them easy to remove. That leaves you, of course, with a rope that's only middle. Of course, it's good, strong, solid middle. The ends are over here. So over here I have a rope without ends. Over here, ends without a rope. To fix that, you squeeze the ends back on. You turn the outside to the inside and vice versa. So it looks like it did at the beginning. A little pull, it goes back to the way it was at the very beginning. Just like that. Oh, that's a whole different act. Sorry. Now I'll take that a step further for you. What we'll do is we'll twist the rope once. We'll twist it twice in the opposite direction. You end up with a good, strong, solid double knot. Now what you do is you take a scissors and you cut the rope into two parts and you put it back together again. I didn't bring a scissors, but that's all right. I'm a professional. I can fake it. I'm sure you guys have all seen that trick before anyway, but I'll explain it if you haven't. The guy takes a rope, he ties the ends together like this. He takes a scissors, he cuts the rope into two pieces like this. Then he unties the ends like this. Shows that there's two pieces like that, and then he puts it back together kind of like that, but I didn't bring a scissors, so I can't do that trick. But here's something you can all try at home. Take a piece of rope or string or clothesline, fold it in half, so over here you have the ends, over here you have the middle. Take the ends and place them down inside your pocket just like this. Now you take a scissors and you cut the rope in the middle. That puts the ends on the middle, and if the ends are on the middle, that means the middle must be on the ends, right? Makes sense to me, right? Now I know, it's important to know, by the way, that the rope is absolutely solid. It's the magician that's not. Now, I'm going to tie a little knot right about the center, just like this. If you take that knot and squeeze, it actually disappears. I'll do it again for you in case you missed it the first time. Just like this, a little squeeze like this, the knot disappears. And for you, those of you back in the cheap seats, I'll do it one more time. Squeeze and it disappears. And whenever I do that, everyone says the same thing. They say, well, where do the knots go when they disappear? They don't go anywhere, actually. They're still there. You just can't see them. But all kinds of interesting things. The people who've been in the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts or anybody who's been in the Navy knows that you learn how to tie all kinds of fancy knots. Magicians are no exception. What you do is you tie a knot toward one end of the rope just like this. It's not a real knot. It's not an ordinary knot. It's a special knot. It's called a slip knot. I'll show you how it works. What you do is you take the knot and you can actually slip it down to one end of the rope like that. That's why it's called a slip knot. What you do is take the knot and slip it just like this down to the other end just like that. Now if you like, you can change it into the jumping knot just by pulling. It'll jump over to this end just like this. Or for a little finale, what you could do is take the knot and pull and it actually disappears just like this. Now if I'm holding on to both ends of the rope, it's impossible to tie a knot in the middle like this. But that's what they call a jumping knot. Do me a favor, Darwin, what's your name?
Liz.
Liz, same as my sister Barbara. Approach the stage. Blow on the knot. Just blow on it. And it reappears. No, blow on that right there. And no, you're not doing it right. That's all right. Tell you what, if we take a cigarette lighter and heat it up just like this, it changes into what we call a fantastic knot. It's called a fantastic knot because if you take it, you can slip it down to the end just like a slip knot, but the neat thing is you can actually pluck it right off, just like that. But that's not weird enough. Here's the weirdest part of all. You take the rope, a knot, give it a little tap, and it goes right back on again like this. Or if you like, you can pluck it off again and save it for later. Now there are some people who think that this is phony, fake, trick magician's rope. This is not phony, fake, trick magician's rope. I keep that stuff over here. This is ordinary rope, and to prove it to you, you, sir, if that's your real name, go ahead and check it out. Make sure it doesn't shrink or stretch. And you with the top hat, my favorite hat. What's your name?
TJ.
That's correct. TJ, take the rope. Check it out. Make sure it doesn't shrink or stretch. And how about you over here? How about you? Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and check it out. Make sure it doesn't shrink or stretch. You're supposed to look for buttons to push, trapdoors, escaping gases, strings, mirrors, or anything funny or phony like that. Who's got the big one? That'd be you, sir.
I sure do.
That's right. Not that I would know or anything like that. Toss it back on up here, bud. Good job. How's yours look? Good? Excellent. And in your own words, is that an ordinary piece of rope? Good phrasing. Excellent. I'll just set it over there for a minute. How's that? That's fine. That's long enough. Now watch. We've got 3 pieces. It's important to notice that the ropes are different lengths, short, medium, and long. Normally I don't have to mention that, but I perform in a lot of establishments where people are drinking, and no one seems to notice. And if you don't notice that they're different lengths now, then what I'm about to do will be even more pointless, trust me. So we've got a short piece, we've got a medium piece, a long piece. You put the ends of the rope together, you wave your hand over the top, you make a magic pass. Hi there. And then what you do is you take the ends of the rope and you pull, and the ropes will mystically and magically and therefore entertainingly stretch until all 3 ropes became all the same length, just like, now can I hear a fuck yeah on that, huh? Now watch, I got rope number 1, doesn't shrink or stretch. It's the same length as rope number 2, it doesn't shrink or stretch. It's the same length as rope number 3. Can I hear a fuck yeah on that? That's right. What a show for the kids, huh? Now, every act needs a grand finale, so for the rope act, there's no exception. What we're going to do is tie the ends of the ropes together just like this, and it's sort of a counting thing. I know it's kind of late. I know there's been a few Long Island iced teas. Excuse me. Exactly, brother. What we do is we heat the knots up just like this, and the idea is to take the knots, and if you squeeze hard enough, you can pull the knots off just like that. That's one. That leaves just 1 knot. If you blow on that and pull that off, that leaves nothing more than 1 piece of rope, a big fuck yeah, and a big... Now you know what, there are times in my show where I invite people to come up on stage and help me, and right now is one of those times. I'm looking for a guy, I'm looking for a brave guy, I'm looking for a guy with bravery, I'm looking for a guy with courage, I'm looking for a guy with insurance. Seriously, we need a guy, we need a guy. Yeah, come on up here on stage. You guys give him a bit of encouragement, a big round of applause. Up here. Excellent. And come on over here, we'll get acquainted right over here. What's your name? Chris. Pleasure to meet you, Chris. Have you ever met? We've never met before? You seem proud of that. That's good, Chris. Now, Chris, this trick that we're about to do has 2 parts. It has a main roll, the main roll, that's like the star roll, and then there's the helper roll, alright? Now I want you to be comfortable while you're up here, so I'm going to give you a choice, alright? You can have the main roll or the helper roll. Which will you have? Helper roll, shake on that, bud. Excellent. The helper roll is my favorite illusion. Now watch this real close. Now this is a really, really cool trick. Have you ever seen one of these before? Not as closely as you see this one, I'll tell you what. Now it's kind of cool, it's got some neat parts. Step right over here, right over the trapdoor, and I'm going to explain to you the parts. Now this is used in mainland China during the Ming Dynasty. It has 3 important parts. We have this part here, the solid stainless steel blade. It's heavy, it's sharp. We'll set it here for a second. This is what's known as the block. The block comes in 2 parts. You have this part here, which is called the collar. This part's called the block, which makes together the stocks, okay? Now, how would a magician use this device? It's really very simple. What he would do is he would take a piece of fruit or a piece of lettuce. In that case, you use lettuce, and you put the head of lettuce here. You lock it in place like this. You take the blade and you put it in just like this. You count 1, 2, 3, and you push. The blade would go through, the blade emerging here at the bottom and on the sides. And the lettuce, even though it was in the hole, the mystery is the lettuce never gets cut. The blade goes right through the lettuce without cutting it. The age-old mystery, the enigma of salad through salad. Now the really cool thing is that I didn't bring any lettuce with me, and I remember you emphatically stating a moment ago that you wanted the helper role, and I need help right now. So do me a favor if you wouldn't mind. Step over here onto the cloth. I'm going to pull the collar out. If you put your knees real close to the floor onto the purple cloth, and you lean forward, you'll find your neck ends up right about here. This has been sanitized for your protection. Now here's what's going to happen. What was your name again? Good memory, Chris. I'm going to actually lock you in here with the collar. Beautiful. Excellent. And I'm going to lock you in with the lock just in case you change your mind. Alright. Lock in on this side.
Can I hold your wallet?
Is that your wife? Alright. Are you married or still happy? Okay, good. Alright, now here's going to, you might feel a little pressure. That's alright. It's no problem. It's normal. Alright? Now here's what you're going to do. Don't move. Everything will be fine, all right? Are you ready? Good, then let's move ahead. I mean, let's... All right, that was a poor choice of words, all right? Let's take it from the top. I mean, you know what I mean. Okay, here we go. Well, ready, folks, ready. 1, 2. In case any of you are nervous, I want you to know that not to worry at all, because everything's going to come off all right, I'm sure. You'll be amazed at how well this trick works without ever having read the instructions. And it's a well-known fact that the guillotine act works 9 out of 10 times. Since I've had this thing, I've done it 9 times, no problem, you know? So here we go. You do the math. Right. All right. 1, 2. For those of you standing up close, you want to be careful because it can really splatter. You'd be amazed. You should see the mess the lettuce makes. That's all right. No problem. Okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3 years ago, I was doing this trick, and the kid's head rolled right off the edge of the stage, down onto the floor, out the door. I couldn't do it again in a million years. But I tell you what, I wouldn't want an accident, an accident that might embarrass myself at this fine establishment, so I've added an extra little safety device to prevent such an accident. All right. Here we go. Cut it off! You feel lucky, Chris? That'd be a heck of a bounce, buddy. You get extra points for making that shot. I'll tell you what's going to happen in a minute, Chris. It's going to appear as though the basket is rushing up towards your face. That's why we call it an illusion. All right, ready? 1, 2. Hold on, no, don't do it yet. I got to get in position here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it worked. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now, wait a minute, Chris. You need to follow my instructions carefully so that we don't have an accident, okay? Because something could still go wrong. You never know, all right? What I need you to do is you open up your mouth. That equalizes the pressure, allows me to slide the blade up through the spinal cord just like that, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock you, all right? Just like this. Pull this out. And what I'm going to do is have you pull your neck up, but slowly, just in case. Very slowly. All right. Do me a favor, Chris, if you wouldn't mind. Stand up very slowly. Okay? Come around the front here, right there where you were standing before, very slowly, because I'm going to make sure now here, is everything attached? No problems? You got to open up your mouth, wiggle your tongue around, it works right? All right, that's enough. That's scary. Now, Chris, everyone here is ecstatic that you came up to help me do this today for two reasons. Number one, by you coming up here, it allowed everyone to see this cool illusion. And two, by you coming up here, it meant that none of them had to. So wait for this. It's a big round of applause just for you. Take it out, Chris. Thanks very much. You can go back to your standing position, because I have one more thing to show you. It's one of my favorite illusions.
You're welcome. Yeah, thanks for pushing.
One of my favorite tricks. And it's known as the sphere. A little mood music, if you wouldn't mind.
Where's the music, moron?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Jeffrey Jean. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your night here at Alien Nation. Hey, more music! Stop!